we have the Chief Technology Officer of State Bank of India with us, who will talk about how SBI is leveraging technology in its operations. I welcome Mr. Shiv Kumar Bhasin, who has extensive experience of technology implementation both in private and public sector. Please welcome him with a round of applause, Mr. Shiv Kumar Bhasin, CTO of State Bank of India.
Good morning, everyone. Actually, this is a very wide topic to discuss where we are leveraging the technology for the various banking services innovations. Time limit is, I think, 6 to 10 minutes, so I will try to do justice as much as I can. So some of the areas we are working on, which are like digital transformation, and these are nowadays digital transformation is the key buzzword everywhere. It is talked about in all the forums, and where and how we are leveraging the digitization or digital in SBI. One is the business processes. So we are working towards the digitization of the business processes, where we can get rid of the paper-based processes. So end-to-end processes could be straight through, and they are digitized right from the portals or from the mobile channels, and straight through processes could be designed. And there is a wonderful use cases given we are fortunate in this time. We have got the India stack of technologies which enable us to go for the end-to-end paperless processes. So there is we have a UIDI presence today. So we have Aadhaar enablement. We have various e-sign and e-locker, and all these India stack of technologies will help the banking processes to be fully digitized and to be paperless. So we are working towards leveraging these technologies for the right from the customer onboarding and the various products and services, sales and servicing aspects. And now going towards the, what are the unconventional or the new emerging channels we are planning to work on. So we are looking to enhance our mobile banking services further, to take them to the next level for going for the wearable devices. So we will be shortly launching our apps on the wearable devices, where the customer would be able to use the most frequently used transactions, like balance inquiry, mini statements, or very small amount of P2P fund transfers using the wearable devices. One of the key area where we are working with the various or some of the fintech companies, and we want to evolve into the robo-advising services. So we have a vast amount of branch network. How to have a consistent level of customer service, so that the customer experience across the branches for dispensing the services is uniform. So we are exploring how we can leverage the robotics in that area. So we have started exploring and carrying out, working out for some POCs where robo-advisors could be used for dispensing most frequently asked questions in the branches. Day-to-day, staff keeps struggling with with the customers to answer routine queries, but the behavior or the the customer service executives may not be consistent across the branches. So that is one area where we want to go to the next level. And working towards the digital superstore, where we can have our products and services hosted on the bank portal, where the products could be procured by the customers based on the various big data analytics we carry out, and recommending them the right product for their needs based on the customer profile, based on their past transaction profiles, or based on the data which they provide. So based on a lot of analytics is going to come into play for our digital superstore design, and which is one of the another major area we are looking to leverage the analytics for coming up with innovative credit risk platforms for whether it is P2P lending, or it is to do some innovative risk engines for the SME lending. We have already started, as you would have read in past 1 year in newspapers, with Snapdeal, with Uber, as well as with now Flipkart. We are starting very soon. So various e-commerce engagements we are working with, where we are financing the merchants which are hosting their products on these various e-commerce platforms. So similarly, we are looking to work with various aggregator platforms where the SME lending based on either on the social score, and based on their current market, current sales data which we get from the aggregators, we can design our decision management engines based on some of that data, and coming up with a innovative risk profiling, and coming up with a larger mandate of Make in India to support the SME businesses across India. There are a few things on the technology front, now how to have these services when we are trying to be, having the processes straight through and digitized. So the infrastructure needs to be, stable, robust, and reliable. So we are working on developing a huge private cloud within the organization, where we can have a availability of 4/9, and to enable that, we are leveraging various virtualization technologies. And we are looking for, or we are working as of now with the hyper-converged infrastructure to optimize the OPEX cost per se for the data centers, for space, power, cooling needs as well. So that is one of the backbone we are trying to build, so that for various of the customer facing digitization, or the branch facing operations digitization needs, all those applications are hosted on this reliable infrastructure. There are, and this is going to be in the tune of, currently we have 15,000 VMs in play. We are looking to extend this virtual cloud to 100,000 virtual machines in the coming year. And we are kind of improving a lot of our branch operations. Like it is very, very key to really act like or behave as a customer as a king. So we have done a lot of transformation in our branch application. where a lot of business processes were getting fulfilled with the, say, 40 screens. We have shrank those business processes, or we did the re-engineering of the business processes to shrink those screens to 5 screens. So some of the principles we are adopting, like nothing more than 2 to 4 clicks, most of the business processes should be taking place. And a lot of issues in terms of data entry, whether it is to do with the address population or the customer contact points with mobile or email. We are automating those so that they are rightly captured at while onboarding the customer or selling the product to the customer. And these are some of the major pain points we have seen whenever we reach out to the customer for various dispensing various digital services. Unless these key digitization enabler mobile phone number and the email are not rightly captured, then the dispensing of these services becomes a major challenge. So similarly, we are looking on enhancing our digital channel to have a far better customer experience. So we will be coming up with our new generation mobile banking. Currently, we have a SBI Freedom and SBI Anywhere. So we are unifying our mobile banking front end, and we are going to come up with a single front end called Anywhere, and which is going to have a far richer customer experience and more engaging customer experience. And in the similar line, we are looking that early next year, or the last quarter of this financial year, to come up with a new generation of internet banking as well. So some of these initiatives we are carrying out to have a better digital channels and better customer experience for the end consumers as well as for the staff. So unless we treat the staff as a customer, we will not be able to design the right applications. So this is the message we are floating to all our IT colleagues or IT partners. Unless the staff facing operational services, whether it is to do with the settlement or recon, are much more user friendly, the right level of service could not be committed to the customer. So a lot of technology enhancements we are doing. We are doing a lot of re-platforming in terms of trade finance, cash management platforms, and unifying and having a single sign-on or single unified experience to the end customers for the corporates, so they don't need to go for multiple front ends while interacting with the bank. So a lot of these efficiencies in terms of customer experience we are working on, and we definitely we have seen some of these upgrades and transformation resulting into large volumes coming through the digital channels. So as we speak, we have 78% of the transactions have moved to the digital channels. And in less than around 10 months of launch of our digital wallet SBI Buddy, we have more than 3 million customers, not much of with advertising or any kind of marketing campaigns. So there is a definitely a lot of steer from the we are finding from the customers for the stickiness to the digital channels and adopting the digital services. However, it is still a fraction of the the population which holds the debit card or which holds the internet banking account. But it is quite an encouraging trend, and we see that it is multiplying quarter on quarter and year on year in the form of 10 times to 100 times. So with these words, I would like to stop here, and this is some of the ideas I wanted to share, that where SBI is working on the banking innovation using the various digital technologies. Thank you very much.